In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep. Forgot to choose a song, so I'm singing to you. I forgot to choose a song. I've been listening to Jason Isbell recently. Isbell. So I can find a song by him and play that at the intro. And then as I play this in the intro, what I'm going to do is go grab that towel. It's not a towel, guys. Don't worry. It's not a towel. It is a blanket. It's not the long flowing dress you're in, or the light coming off of your skin, the fragile heart you protected for so long, or the mercy in your sense of right and wrong. It's not your hand searching slow and dawn, or your nails leaving love's watermark. It's not the way you taught me all through. Your questions like directions to the truth.
For the 20 people in here that might not watch this later, go watch what just happened.
That's Jason Isbell with his wife singing If We Were Vampires. Man, have you ever heard this song?
No.
Do you want to talk about it real quick and then we'll go into whatever else we're going to talk about?
Fine.
So this song, If We Were Vampires, kind of, I love music, but I'm not a super feely guy. Like some people I don't know if a song's ever made me cry. Because mostly songs are sad, and I explained this yesterday when we were talking in the office. I cry happy tears. Like, I'll get moved by sadness, but when I cry, it's usually out of happiness. You know, happy scenes in movies and shit like that. But this song kind of, hits me in the chest in a certain way. And it's called If We Were Vampires, which some people might be out on vampire stuff, and they're like, I don't care about that. Jason Isbell explained that he was trying to deconstruct love and what is it, that really is this connection that we have. So he starts off listing everything it's not that usually love songs go to as what they what do I love about you? Usually they list these things, and he's countering that, saying it's not that. So he opens up with, it's not the long flowing dress that you're in, or the light coming off your skin, the fragile heart you protected for so long, or the mercy in your sense of right and wrong. That's the first thing. It's not the long flowing dress you're in, or the light coming off of your skin, the fragile heart you protected for so long, or the mercy in your sense of right and wrong. It's not your hand searching slow and dawn, or your nails leaving love's watermark. It's not the way you taught me all through. Your questions like directions to the truth. So in that second one, he's listing some deep stuff. He's saying it's not your hand searching slow in the dark, which I think is protective, scared of the dark, or she's worried about something, or even lying in bed, reaching for his hand, needing him in those times is how I interpret that. Your nails leaving love's watermark. I think that's the sex, which a lot of songs are saying that. It's not the way you talk me off the roof, which is, she can obviously calm him down. Your questions directions to the truth, setting him straight and all that. She helped him get sober. Those are kind of deep, that second verse. It's well, it's not that. I get the first one's kind of superficial. And then he says, it's knowing that this can't go on forever. Likely one of us will have to spend some days alone. Maybe we'll get 40 years together, but one day I'll be gone, or one day you'll be gone. is saying why he cherishes their love so much is because he knows it's limited, which is a real different way of going about writing a love song or talking about love, which is kind of like hits you like, fuck, that's a sad way to, but it's kind of how my brain works, sad ways to think about things. He says, if we were vampires and death was a joke, we'd go out on the sidewalk and smoke and laugh at all the lovers and their plans. I wouldn't feel the need to hold your hand. Because, like, whatever. There's no limit to this. Pretty heavy. So that's that song. I love that song. It's really good. He sings it with his wife, too. All that shit. It's nice. Maybe time running out is a gift. I'll work hard till the end of my shift. Pretty nuts. Good song. I like Jason Isbell a lot. He likes the Braves a lot. Thoughts on that?
Happy for him. Reigning champ.
I tied the microphone.
You tied it.
Bar down. The way that the other people in this, and I'm messing with their studio, you know, this is not my studio. I'm in here once a week. They're in here more. But the way they use the bar is kind of how Tech Dan, like, I think told people to use it. But it's, you basically have a big black bar in front of your eye the whole time, which I hate. The way these arms are is you can train them into certain positions. So the one in the main studio I've trained so it's not in my face, but the mic comes right up to my mouth. It's better for on screen.
Agree. Yeah.
So what I did is I took a blanket that's in here because sometimes it's freezing. I tied it down.
Yeah, when you said you were grabbing a blanket, I don't know if I've ever seen you put a blanket on. I was like, oh my God.
Jimmy's cold.
Yeah.
What a loser. It's working perfectly.
Yeah, oh, flawlessly.
Matty and I have decided that we may use this hour where we do morning together as our content meetings.
Behind the scenes talk.
Behind the scenes secret content meetings. Because, Matty, what's your new position? What's the title of it? And forgive me for I will never remember this.
It's okay. I barely do. Content editing and production manager.
Content editing. Sepum. Kepum.
Wow.
Content editing and production manager.
Yeah.
How stupid are titles?
Yeah.
Do you know Matty recently promotion to be more of a manager role here?
Yeah.
With content and production and strategy. Like, strategy's not part of your title?
No. That's the main. There's 3 pieces of it, and that's not part of the title.
Yeah. I'm out. Whenever, Andrew has like, what title? I was like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, he told me to list all of the responsibilities, and then he'll come up with the title. That sounded good to me, so.
Yeah, I would have accepted anything as well. Sam as well. You and Sam are kind of, as if I'm head of content, and you guys are now my lieutenants.
Yeah.
That's like a weird way to phrase it, but basically that's what it is, which is awesome. So we'll just have our content meetings now in here.
Yeah.
A lot of changes happening, a lot of structure being built.
We got to talk about the blind taste test.
Content editing and production manager.
Yep.
Nice.
I mean, the way I think about it is just like editing and production manager, and then the word content's in there because that's the like strategy portion.
Well, that's like the department, right?
Yeah, but like when you say the word strategist or strategy is not in there, the word content, I was hoping encapsulates that.
Yeah. Titles and job descriptions are, as for a startup company, they're so impossible. And that's something that our HR and Andrew have like really tried to clean up. And I've never been of help because I'm like, I don't know. Everyone does everything here. Like, we need to get more structure, obviously, but if you were to, individual tasks is tough.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. But congrats on your new title.
Thanks.
I don't congratulate you on your title, but thank you for working hard to help us out and get to that spot.
Yeah, we've already had this conversation.
Yes. So we debuted the new channel. The change was made. For those that don't know, Dude, we're doing a lot of stuff, and for me, it's like we're not at the ramp of the stuff we want to do.
Not at all.
But mini golf is out right now. Blind Taste Test went out on the new channel called JM Entertainment. JM Gaming stuff is going on a new channel. I made an announcement video about that. And so far, success, right?
A lot of it.
The Blind Taste Test video on that channel is performing really well.
So that channel for the past 3 months sat on 11.3 to 11.4 thousand subs. It did not ever increase. And before that, for all the months of Wordle, it was pretty consistent increases. Since changing it to JM Entertainment, it's gained 900 subs in 24 hours since the last time I checked. And the Blind Taste Test is performing better than the last 2 to 3 months of Wordle. So good stuff all around.
Yeah. And I talked to you about like Blind Taste Test, and that is a very tried and true thing. Blind Taste Test in general, like it's BuzzFeedy, it's whatever you want to say. So Good Morning, Good Mythical Morning.
Somebody commented Good Mythical Morning on the video,
but I was doing them. That's what the channel was for
Jomboy Media
full year. Jomboy Media main channel was Blind Taste Tests for a full year and a half. I think I did 60 of them, one a week for a year and a half, with Jake, with my Luke, with my friends, and they would get 5,000 views. Some got 20,000, some got 30,000 views. So
right.
It's not really. I mean, it's a fun lane of content. You just have to have personalities and make it interesting and then edit it well. I thought Jack did a great job editing it.
Yeah, the editing is very good.
Because, man, if you sat Joe's is so funny in there.
Oh.
But all the humor works juxtaposed to who you put before and after.
Yes.
You know, like even there's one time where Jack edited it and Paxton's like, "What is this?" And Joe's takes one bite and he goes, "Lime," or whatever, puts it away. And doesn't offer anything else.
No.
Joe's the guy who live streams himself giving every thought, tweets out every thought that comes to his mind.
Yeah.
Some of the he ate the chips, said that's barbecue, and then didn't give a single other thought about it. No. It's cracking me up.
Yeah.
That's the first time that I small chaired Jake.
Somebody noticed.
And, I mean, Joe's is small chaired too.
Yeah, Joe's looks tiny.
Because they had to lower the chair for Hearn, who's 6'6".
Mm-hmm.
So when I got in there, it was my first time where I was like, I ain't falling for this shit.
No.
So I'm nice and big. It's pretty funny. They're pretty small. But that's good. That's good that it was a success on that channel. And I said in the announcement video, like that channel opens us up to be able to do so much stuff that who knows if we'll get to do or not get to do. But right now, we just didn't have a landing place for things. Like we filmed that in April, and it's been edited since April.
Yeah.
It's just where would you post it, right? Like it doesn't fall on any channel.
You did say this in your announcement video, and I cut it out. You were explaining that when we try these things on our already existing channels, a lot of the times because of the time of the video or the content of the video, they don't perform because our other channels are very established already.
Yeah, like the trivia show video, the trivia show episodes we did way back in the off season between 2020 and 2021. We had Christian Yelich, Ian Happ, Jack Flaherty, Lucas Giolito. Did Gio do one?
This is right before I started. I kind of forget.
Bauer did one. He was big at the time. It was like during his free agency.
Yep.
There was another one, Jomboy Media trivia show, because we did 5. Yes. Yelly, Happ, Flaherty, Bauer, Giolito. I had it.
Nice.
They are awesome. Like I just rewatched it. Matt on design, Zach on editing, the fucking questions, the system, the awkwardness. They're so good.
Yep.
And we were like disappointed they didn't get that many views, but when you understand how YouTube works and the algorithm, if the algorithm is going to promote a video on from the main channel and put it in people's suggested and you should check this out, they're going to take something that is similar to the top performing videos on that. So those videos were 21 minutes long. And that's not the best performing videos on the main channel. The best performing videos on the main channel are somewhere between 3 and 6 minutes long. So the main channel and the algorithm is only going to promote videos of that same time span. But not only, but mostly.
Mostly, but then if the average person that's watching breakdowns 3 to 6 minutes, they're watching a bunch of content that's 3 to 6 minutes. The one time that the algorithm gives them the 15-minute video and they decline it, they swipe away. Now that's into the algorithm and they'll never promote that again.
So if you look, like, they just didn't get any views after the views, like after the week.
Right.
And what we said at the time was like, yeah, okay. Like we like talked to YouTube and like did a bunch of strategy and research. And we're like, I think if we put those somewhere else, they would do better. So on these new channels, the new JM Entertainment, new JM Gaming, we have like a strict, they will be 8 minutes to 19 minutes and 59 seconds long.
Yeah.
Because that's the best window for snackable. I hate that phrase. If you ever hear me say that again, punch me in the face. For
what word did you just say?
I'm not saying it. That's rude. I just said if I ever say it again.
I wanted to punch you.
For short form content that has decent engagement and the algorithm will share and people tune into. So it's also constraints breed creativity, and a big problem when I did a whole little speech for all our hosts and creators is that we're too long-winded.
Yep.
And the biggest problem there about being long-winded and having long shows is that the comments will say, we don't care, go as long as you like, we love you. And that it's great to have diehard fans. They represent 1% of the people that watch. And a lot of people don't watch because it's too long. They don't even click. Like, the click rate's terrible. So, we need to get shorter. So we're trying to put hard limits on that, which then in turn breeds more creativity. You have to get it. Like, the breakdowns are kind of getting long because I have fun with them now. But originally, they had to be 2 minutes, 20 seconds long because that's all Twitter allowed. Right. It kind of sucked. If you go back and watch some of those old ones, I'm like, fuck, this is different. I don't think I could put one out now like the form that I used to, and people would appreciate it. I think they'd be like, you really got lazy on this one.
Right.
Because I've upped the ante so much with the editing and the context. I mean, because they used to be nothing. But it's like a very push and pull. I'd love to be able to churn them out quicker, but I get too into them. So that's the thinking behind the new channel and all that. And then JM Gaming, we want like every day something to drop, right?
Yeah. Kind of just see what works. I believe that the MLB The Show video did pretty well yesterday for a brand new channel. Performed a little bit better than Fall Guys.
Yeah. Were you trying to do another tournament on that channel?
Yeah. So the idea there is keep releasing videos every day. Let the natural subscribers come that are going to come from your announcement video. Then in a month or 2 months from now, maybe less, bang one big tournament, a lot of promotion from socials to go over. Yeah.
That's going to be fun because people like those. And then what we need to do is just make them come out every day. Like the hardest thing right now on the Warehouse Games channel is that the cadence is twice a week. And it's because they're such a beast to edit. And like our Warehouse Games editing team got put through the ringer. Prizeman was put him through the ringer on editing. And what we're trying to do there is teach them and learn the ability to edit it as if we're live streaming it in live time so we can walk away and it's not 3 weeks per episode. There's always going to be like polishing done, but that's the goal because it's just been crazy. But like Warehouse Games, we are in a 25 to 40-minute window on that channel.
Yeah, it's kind of any videos that we've posted less don't do as well.
And they don't get shared and all that. Because the YouTube tells you how people are seeing this video. Are they seeing it because they're clicking it, or they're subscribed, or they're recommended? And the biggest... This is a little bit... you want people to subscribe to your channels, but you want them to watch the videos more. Like, subscribers is very much a vanity number. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's so weird that that's like what you get. That's what you chase, because you have to, because it does help you get more views, because if you subscribe to a channel, then they push it. But if you subscribe to a channel but never watch it, that doesn't help at all. But
right.
that's why I am cynical and jaded, and I fully understand that. And the things that make me excited and the things I don't care about are sometimes very confusing for people. Like, because they're the opposite of what you would guess, or maybe how other like people on YouTube like promote their excitement. Like, we don't have the 100,000 plaque or the $1 million plaque. And because you have to like ask for it.
Yeah.
You have to like fill out a form, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. So
I told Andrew to do it.
Well, that's fine. I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I just have it.
I told Andrew to get the plaque.
That was when I was working like 16 hours a day, and I was like, that's not worth my time right now.
Yeah.
But when we hit 1 million subscribers, that's a really cool vanity number, because it just means it looks more official and all that. But you know, in every month on the main channel, we get 7 million unique viewers.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the number that actually matters, because so many people watch that aren't subscribed. So
right.
It's very weird. Like, I would love everyone to subscribe, and it feels good, but sometimes you have relatives like, I subscribe, I don't really watch, and I'm like, well, thank you, but you know, if you were to tell me I'll watch every video and not subscribe, like some people on the channel, like, I watch every Wordle video but I never subscribed, like, that's fine, that's like awesome.
Yep.
Not bad, but they don't match up. Like, you're always going to have more. Like, I'm looking at it right now. In the last 28 days, we had 6.5 unique viewers on the main channel, right? We had 4.4 million returning viewers on the main channel. So that's regular people that come, then come back. 4.4 million. We have 1.6 million subscribers. So we're out kicking our coverage and subscribers. Doesn't really matter.
Right. I'm just like having a conversation. I'm curious if, does it make sales team job easier if a channel has more subs?
Just views.
So views alone.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, views are all we sell on. Views, and then you get into branding and socials. And that's why our socials does really well, because our social numbers are incredible. Like, Kyle and the social team do an amazing job of keeping it active, getting the views and pushing stuff and all that. But a trap that we fall into is like, we're not the best at self-promotion. I'm not. Kyle on socials isn't. And it's something that me and him talk about overcoming all the time. You have to push merch, because, dude, the merch is like, you put it out there, 10 people buy the shirt. It's good. That's
very good.
Like, we did the Ghost of Hagerstown shirt, and maybe 20 people, maybe 10 people responded like, are you guys serious? Like, who the fuck's going to buy? That's every time you post a shirt. There's who's going to buy this? And like, Kyle and I have to like remind ourselves, like, ignore that, because 100 people can say that or think that. But if 10 people buy the shirt, it's a win for us. And like, the Ghost of Hagerstown shirt was like our best selling shirt.
Like 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But there's probably more people that said, who the fuck would buy this?
Yeah.
Because that doesn't matter. Whatever. It's really hard. And we're not the best at promoting our own stuff. And that's where you look around at other companies and you have to do the stuff that's going to hit, cover baseball and all that. But I was, Kyle, like, we got to start promote. If we do JM Entertainment and all our big shows, like, let's give them the main love on social so other people can learn about them.
Yeah.
That's what I told him recently about Geoguessr and Baggage. I'm like, hey, these are like third and fourth most best shows, like regularly. Like we should cut them. People like them. Let's cut them up and promote them.
Yep.
And they've started to do that. And that's just how you gain awareness. But Kyle and sometimes we just look at the numbers and you're like, it's embarrassing to have a tweet that doesn't get any action. And it's like, doesn't matter. It's like we're helping awareness.
Yep.
People pay us money to promote them. We should be promoting ourselves in the same way.
Yeah.
Because
the numbers up front might be embarrassing, or you might feel that way, but long term, if you can convert somebody from Twitter into a YouTube viewer, that like pays dividend long term.
Yeah, Luke told me what you guys were thinking. Was it might have been him and Jeremy, or him and Luke and Lucas, about the ending on the breakdowns. On YouTube, you can do what we can put up, like what to watch next, like promote another video.
Yeah.
And they were saying, when you look at the stats, obviously what works best, like people click on that the most when it's another breakdown.
Right.
But then they said, well, if we put a warehouse games there and 1% of the people view on every breakdown, 1%, conversion rate's usually 3% is normal or good. If we get 1 or even 0.5, that would be the highest viewed warehouse games yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's still worthwhile.
I mean, you can also set that so that people that just let YouTube run, it goes to warehouse games then.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you can kick them to a new channel like Twitch?
Well, that's like when you have that video that comes up and says like playing in 10 seconds and it gives you a countdown and you have to press cancel.
Yeah.
You can, if you're saying you can control that video.
Well, it's just like the widget that pops up.
Oh, you're talking about just a normal end card.
End card, yeah.
I see.
But we can control what's next?
I don't... No.
Only if you're in a playlist, I think.
Yes.
That's why a lot of people, when they share YouTube...
Right.
We haven't done that in a while. A lot of people, when they share YouTube on other things, always share the link in the playlist.
Right.
So the next video isn't auto-generated from YouTube. It's in that playlist.
I see.
I think we've forgotten to do that. I think that's something
smart.
that 2 years ago that we said, and we haven't... Well, there. A productive meeting.
This is a good meeting.
We're going to pass that along. So anyway, there's a bunch of ideas that I want to do on the main channel. Like my brain doesn't turn off. I've been told I need to slow down because I run everyone too fast, which might be true. But there's one big thing I'm planning in November that, again, I'm not going to share until we're a couple more steps. And you guys know how much I love sharing things that we have going on. I would hate to promote this one and then it not happen.
Yeah.
So that's taking a lot of my brain. Right now there's a dam up. And I told the person I'm working with that until we get step 1 done and like date, location sealed, I'm not talking creative. I'm not talking anything. So it's not taking up a lot of my time right now. It will as soon as that dam comes out, which means I've just had time to think of other content that we can do in the off season. And we're getting ready for the postseason push, which I'm very excited. I wasn't really part of it last year because the Yankees were out and then Katie had the baby. James was born and I was on paternity leave for a lot of the World Series. So we're going to have a lot of live streams. I'm not going to be on a lot of the Talking Baseball live streams. I'm going to be in the background. Because if I'm not making breakdowns in the postseason, we're just a dumb company. And last year I was trying to be on and live streams are draining. But that's why we have like more employees now, more like people in the office, Joe's and Jolly, and We Got Ice and all those. So, but I'm super excited just to have that buzz in the office for 30 days straight.
I'm excited because last year I wasn't a part of it. So I got COVID. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
The last Yankees game, we did a live stream. Regular season Yankees game, we did a live stream because it was like
was a test. Yeah, it was important, and we were testing for wild card.
I'm in the background of that, and I look like shit.
Really?
Yeah. So that I like messaged everybody because I tested like the next morning. I didn't realize it then. Tested positive. Told everybody. Thank God nobody else got it. But then yeah, I was not there for the first 3 to 4 weeks of the postseason.
They're fun, but that office didn't get a buzz like because it was so small and there was 10 of us.
Yeah, it's crowded.
It was crowded. It's so crowded that everyone had to leave and go to the other office down the hall.
Right.
This in here should be fun. And I was watching the live streams, like if the Yankees are in there and Jake and I are going, it's so fun. And I was just telling Sam and Jake that I don't want guests when it's Yankees games.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're Rosie, Trev, Kelsey, they might all be coming to sit in. And it feels rude to be like, nah. But I want Yankee games to just be me and Jake in the main chair, BBD like on a voice somewhere.
Yep.
There can be people on the couches behind us, but that 2020 playoff run, the live streams and the reactions and
yep.
And Jake and I, with no body to dull down the zaniness, is pretty fun and pretty ridiculous. Like the shit we were doing in that 2020.
Pringles Fairbanks, was that
Feed up, Pringles Fairbanks. You got to ask to receive. You know, sometimes you put a third in there, and they're more like, "What are you guys doing?
Get gross to grind.
Get gross to grind." Like how like it's 2 years ago, and we just listed all of them because they were and people were sending me the best of, and I watched it. I'm like, fuck! Like I'm so excited to do that because that's what it is. And you know, sometimes players, they have to be even keel all the time.
Yep. That was Jake with the Davy chain.
Mm-hmm.
That's that postseason.
Yeah.
And the sweater that he wore.
Yeah. And that's kind of what is a little different about fan-driven media versus media is like people are tuning into the Yankee streams because they want to see Yankees fans fucking be lunatics and lose their mind over Yankees games. So I do want, you know, if Rosie's around, I'm not going to like kick him out of the room, but I want Jake and I, like, I almost want, like, you know, I mean, we were in that office and it was fucking a small office, that studio in the old office, super small, couldn't move.
It's damning when you see it in person compared to what it looked like on.
So small. So everyone would come in and be like, oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
When I watch old Weekly Dumbs from there, it looks tiny now viewing it. Yeah. But anyway, and so we were just full of kookiness. I almost want to, like, how do we turn that stream lounge into an environment where, like, Jake and I, like, feel like we're trapped.
Just build fake walls.
Yeah, like curtains or some shit. But I don't know. We'll do that. But I'm excited for that, and then I'm excited for the off season and trying new stuff. And I mean, there's a huge thing I'm planning. We'll see if that happens. But I made a list here of off season content ideas. So do you want me to tell you some? And obviously, I text you and Slack you a lot when we have this.
Mm-hmm.
I teased this on the announcement video, a game show like Baggage, but called Luggage.
Mm-hmm.
I have like 3 requirements, and this is what I want to do to like not. I was using the word launch, but that's not the right word. And I think Luke said a statement series.
Yeah, statement.
It's a statement, like this is like the potential of what we want to do here, like a big one. There's going to be the weekly ones and all this, but I really do want to do this. Rent a soundstage, or even turn our Streamlab, which is a soundstage. Like it's fully soundproof. There's a grid up top. There's a full producer studio. Like we could change that into a set if we do it small. I haven't fully fleshed this out at all. And I usually don't do this, but this is our secret podcast and it's our content meeting show. Through line. I don't want it to be episodal.
Yep.
I want it to be, if you watch episode 1, the payoff, the full payoff comes at the end of episode 5.
Right.
So, I mean, that's my key word for everything is through line. You know, I mean, if no one's heard that term before, it's like, I think it makes sense. It's the through line is what takes you from A to B. And even some episodic shows like Law and Order will have like a series through line. Like there's a pregnancy or there's like a marriage, and it's like usually the C plot to every episode, but it's what binds it.
Yep.
So I think you always need those. I don't like episodal stuff. You need, that's why when we did Wordle, then I was like, let's do the Splat Elite.
Yep.
And you have to get in the championship, and then that kind of fizzled out just because of availability and all that.
Yeah.
But that's why I like warehouse games and series and tournaments. Is like have a through line so you can build storylines throughout it.
Yep.
Also, why I don't want to do reactions with Jake the way that other YouTube channels do reaction shows, because they need to skirt copyright, so they just do like a little bit of the show, take the show off, talk about it, go to another section, and they're not like what Jake and I think are good at is building our own fake through line, through baggage of like that guy's wearing the wrong clothes, and we say it at the beginning, and then we say it 4 more times, and like, okay, that's our inside joke through line throughout it. Like we're good at developing that. So the game show, that like 5 episodes, a through line throughout the whole thing. Real contestants, so we're gonna have to hire like a casting department to like prep them for us. I'm thinking it's a mixture of Take Me Out and Baggage,
Right?
where we get like maybe 2 or 4 male contestants and 4 female contestants, and I don't know from there, like, or maybe it's a new person comes out, like maybe it's Take Me Out, but all the people on the podium, be it men or women, reveal a bag. I don't know. So that's as far as I've gotten. I don't really have like. I'll at one point I'll have those, and me and Jake, I'll sit down and then I'll bring it to Jake, and then Jake's really good at like helping get it once I kind of like find the foundation.
Yep.
Which I somewhat have, but it's a little bit on pause because it's going to be a big thing. I mean, a huge thing. And how do we incorporate other people? You know.
Yep.
And then I want to do game shows, definitely like in our place, like not a weekly, but like with our own talent, some sort of game show. Mm-hmm. I loved Minute to Win It.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that, I mean, obviously I love Minute to Win It.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Just little fucking dumb competitions.
Yeah.
I actually didn't like watching Minute to Win It because I wanted to play so bad.
I mean, like the way to make a through line out of a lot of game shows is just go bracket style.
Yeah, we can do that for ourselves too with competitions, but you want it to all be little competitions or trivia involved. I don't know. We'll have to think about it. But that's like a JM Entertainment thing. I think you can rent out. I think you can rent out the like Wipeout set somewhere in New York.
Oh, okay.
That would be amazing.
That's wild.
To rent it out for a day and then film a 5-episode Wipeout challenge. Like everyone goes the top 5 and then top 4 and then top 3 in the office. That'd be really fun. That
would be insane.
That's the type of stuff. And then let's see what I'll go down my list. JJ TV. And someone commented like, what's Jomboy Jake TV going to be, since this channel kind of seems like everything you do. And it's like, yep, but this is for everyone else that we have. And then like when Jake and I are like role players and me and Jake heavy, because we can fill a channel with just Jake and I. We're right now we're at 3 a week, and we're going to try and do more with baggage and Geoguessr, and we're doing some tier stuff and rankings. We can do lineups again and just like film them.
Yeah.
I think we should do lineups again.
Yeah. The comments, that comment is correct. There's overlap in type of content, but JJTV will only be virtually you and Jake. That's the focus. Whereas JM Entertainment, you both will be a part of, but the keyword is a part of.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're filming Geoguessr today, like 2 baggages tomorrow. We fucking do a lot of content. But that's the stuff I really like doing. So I want to do some live streams on Jomboy Jake TV, which is so weird because I also have told you we need to get out of being live. Yeah. Like, I don't think Talking Baseball should be live anymore. I think Jomboy and Jake Radio could maybe still be in existence if we weren't live. Mm-hmm. Because then you're stuck every day. You could do this, and people are expecting you, and you're late, and you can't move things. And we went into, like, got to a place where my week was booked. I had Talking Yanks every Sunday night, Talking Baseball every Monday morning, Talking Yanks every Tuesday, Jomboy Jake Radio every Wednesday, Friday talking baseball, and Thursday or Wednesday talking Yanks. And they're all live, and you can't move. And that's where it was just getting so stressful because I couldn't have meetings. I couldn't create new things. They didn't have, everything was on a schedule, and it was like filling the cracks was so hard. So I do think next year I'm going to try and have nothing be live.
Right.
And it sucks because that is like 100%. It is like our top 1% audience.
Yep.
That is in the live stream. But again, it's 1% of everybody that listens. And it's learning that give and take of not killing ourselves to please the top 1, which sucks because they are the best. But talking baseball, the live chat started becoming the producers of the show. And like I was like, Trev, stop reading the chat. Like, oh wait, we got to do this. Like, stop. That show needs to not be live. But I do want to do some like big live streams, like events, like once every 2 months, you know? Like we do the Bino tournament once every 2 months. It's like 3 hours long. It gets like 16K views afterwards, 20K views afterwards. So there's this card game that Jake and I and our friends play called The Grid, and it can take hours to win sometimes, hours. And I think during the off season, it'd be fun to have a night where, you know, we get ice to play with us, and we always get 2 people, and it's just a hangout session on a Thursday night from 6 p.m. to whenever we finish. And we can be watching games that are on. We can be chatting. The chat will get involved. There's a bunch of musicians that I follow and interact with that I like, and I love music.
Yep.
And, you know, I've had a couple artists say, I'm playing in New York. I'd love to come by the office. And I was like, I can't. Like, I remember that. They wanted to come by the office and do something. But we had I had a live show every day from 12 to 4. So I couldn't make time. I was like, fuck, sorry. Like, you'd have to join a show. It doesn't really work. But I'd love to have them come in the office, play a song, and then talk to them about the song. And then have that be like a 5-episode series on the JM Entertainment to get us into the music space, which I love. NHL Hits with Joe's. That has to happen.
It will.
It will. I'm really excited for that. But that's kind of the way I'm doing that. We want everyone to think. Like, I'd love if Joe's and, you know, Jolly came up to me like, hey, we want to do this series. Basically, we had our content meeting, and we want all our creators to come up to us and pitch pilots, right? Like, and they're 3 to 5 episode pilots of show concepts.
Yeah.
Hide and seek in the city. Food reviews in the city. You know, baseball reference trivia. Whatever it is, and then we'll put our editing team and producers to make it look nice and crisp.
Yep.
Run it. Matty and the strategy team are going to be in charge of, like, when's the best time to drop this?
Yep.
Should it be 3 days in a row? Should it be once a week for 3 weeks? And then see how it returns, see how everyone feels about it, and then maybe it gets picked up for a second series. Like, that's the new concept.
Right. Yeah, the goal is let's make short series. And basically it's a test to see how well those type of videos can perform.
Yeah. I'm excited about that. And a lot of the new ideas.
Same.
Just gotta do them. Best obstacle course near me. Alley Pond Adventure Course. So we got to go. Oh, there's a wipeout run in Brooklyn. So this is, I mean, it's going to get cold. We have to do it next spring, I guess. I mean, I want to see Joe's do this. Seems like so fun. Doesn't it seem like so much fun?
Yeah, wipeout would be insane.
We'd have to, like, strike a deal with them because we'd want to bring cameras and turn it into a competition and have, like, full access, not while, like, the public is there annoying them.
Yes.
But, yeah, absolutely. I mean, once you get going, man, that's the thing. That's what I said, and the ideas are endless. Like, and if we're talking about, like, does a minor league place want to, like, a lot of minor league places have wanted to work with us.
Yes.
And at one point we said, let us play blitzball. And they're like, yeah, absolutely. You know, we had a couple, and then the warehouse is better for that. But we could go there and put on competitions.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, ironically tough part about this is that we kind of launch them right before postseason that's when we'll be the busiest. But I'm excited about once baseball season ends and we can kind of go full concentration on what JM Entertainment can be, what JM Gaming can be. That gets me excited.
Yeah. And then what we're going to have to do is eventually get more project managers or freelance project managers, right? Like say we come up with luggage and we need a casting department and we need dates and we need a sound studio and we need to rent it. We need to hire and we're hiring's on pause as we build structure because we just don't have like a structure right now for a lot of this. But then we need to hire either freelance for like contracted project managers, like, hey, take this from start to finish. And or someone on staff and then like have it. Because right now it's been Sam and Bill and me doing all like the warehouse stuff. And those are huge productions. Huge. And we also jammed 3 of them in a 3-week span.
Yeah.
And it's nuts. And like that's I think in November we're like, what do we want to do next year in the warehouse? And we're gonna like, all right, we need 6 weeks or like 4 weeks minimum between each event.
Yep.
We went from floorball to mini golf to blitzball battle in 4 weeks.
The off week was All-Star.
And the off week was the All-Star game in LA. And that was just happenstance of like, mini golf had to come out now because the DraftKings, that was the time they bought. It was the start of football, so they wanted to come out right at the start of football. And it's like, fuck, okay. Well, we need 30 days for our editing crew to be able to turn that around, so that lands then. Chris Rose could not film. We wanted to film Blitzball Battle 2, so it would drop right after the World Series or during the World Series. 30 days to film it. That's, you got October 27th. That would be September 27th, but no way can we do something like September's got to be relaxing because we're about to go. Like September's our no big thing month. All right, so let's do it in August. Rose only had the first weekend of August available because he's doing NFL stuff. So we got like trapped into that. And then the trade deadline was right then too. I mean, I think that's when I broke and I haven't been on Talking Baseball in a while because I think a lot of us were just like, that sucked. We did it. Everyone did a great job. And it was like a lot of fun. Like Blitzball Battle 2. I don't even know if we've teased it or a lot or because it doesn't come out for October, but fuck, man. We upped the production so much. And the games were awesome. I'm super excited. But it was a grind, like a mental grind. And I'm also dealing with some illness, which now they said is an RA. So, but I think I got to go to a rheumatoid specialist. That was my least productive Monday ever. And Monday's usually my day I do a ton because I got a call from my doctor and he said my blood work was great. Said, I wish everyone's blood work looked like this. You got nothing. What you would think would be good news, but I was the most defeating news. It just kind of, I got really defeated because like, whoa, what's wrong with me then?
Yeah.
So I'm really bummed out about that.
Yeah.
And that was my least productive Monday ever. I didn't do anything after that. I just walked around and like talked to people and helped out here and there.
This Monday, yeah. Yesterday.
I was planning on recording the breakdown, and then I got that call, and then I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a lot of pain every morning and every night, and then during the day, and no lead.
Yeah.
Defeating. So I had no energy to record it. A non-productive Monday is brutal.
Right.
I went to sleep at 8:30. That's early.
You want to leave at 8:30?
No, I went to sleep at 8:30.
Oh.
Last night.
That's early.
I was like, what am I going to do? I was just like out of it. But that allowed me to wake up at 5 and get here, and I recorded the breakdown right away. It's getting approved by DraftKings now. It'll go out soon.
It's the only reason that you beat me here.
Haha. Dude, you want to know what I'm really excited about? That they don't even know what's happening? Thursday.
Yes.
We are doing something we have never done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a test. Have we lost everybody that's listening live?
Nope.
We are doing, welcome to the production meeting. We are doing a warehouse sandlot. An idea I came up with 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, during Blitzball Battle 2.
Mm-hmm.
So a warehouse sandlot, and we're doing it Thursday. What does that mean, Jimmy? Well, there's 8 players, and we're going to go to the warehouse on Thursday, and there's going to be 4 captains, and the other 4 teammates will be picked out of a hat randomly, and we will be live streaming the whole thing on the Warehouse Games channel. Like, live streaming the games. There'll be 4 teams, 2 games. The winner of each game will then play each other in the championship game at the end. And the people that are not playing, so there's eight of us, me, Jake, Jack, Zoe, Jolly, Dalton, Nikki, and Kenobio. Joe's couldn't come. The people not playing, so there'll always be 4 not playing, will be doing play-by-play, commentary, sideline reporting, and there's I don't know what the 4th will be. Maybe ball return or camera operator. So it's just going to feel like a giant hangout, like a sandlot. And and we're going to be live streaming that from 11 till whenever it ends, probably 3 or 4 hours long.
Right.
So if you're just sitting at your office and you just want something to have on in the background, tune in. We're going to see it. And it's a big test because you got 8 cameras.
Yep.
So we're going to have a crew that'll be live switching all the cameras, live updating all the graphics. I think they're going tomorrow to test it out and run through it. See if that crowd enjoys it, if we can pull it off.
Yep. There
will be downtime while people warm up in between games where we'll just have to like chat with the chat.
Yep.
But I'm excited because it's a way to do something in the warehouse that dies as soon as it ends. There's no, all right, we just filmed that, let's bring it back and edit it for 30 days and polish it. Because the understanding is this isn't going to be polished because it's live.
Yep.
I'm really excited. I think we're going to start promoting it. Tonight on the warehouse is the championship of the mini golf. Me and I won't spoil it.
Wow.
Yeah. Versus Jake and then I think we'll promote it tomorrow. But I'm excited for that. It's going to be fun. And we're trying to practice. You know, I got a new arm slot now, Matt. Have you heard about this?
Mm-mm.
Last time I was in there, they've been playing on Thursdays. They just have like a beer league, and if I can go, I'll go because I like competing. It's like, and I could never throw from this angle because my arm would just be like, nope. I always threw from up here, but I threw from down here. Worked.
Wow.
And it was a nastier pitch.
Yeah.
The hardest thing about this warehouse tomorrow or Thursday is not spoiling Blitzball Battle 2.
Just in natural conversation.
Yeah. Ooh, that's the same pitch that blah, 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 blah.
Right.
It's like, I'm going to have a big, like, hey, you can't hint at it.
No.
Ooh, love to see this matchup again. Nope.
Yeah.
Because then they're going to be like, oh, this matchup happened, so that means this team wins. And then, it's like, it's going to be very hard.
Yeah.
I have to do a bit. That's like going to be my like kickoff combo. Is going to be a lot of like, hey, these are things we have to stay away from. We're allowed to know. Like I can say like, yeah, this is my. I did not have this 3 weeks ago when we filmed Blitzball Battle 2. Because otherwise people might be confused. But also the cricket ball or the crits ball videos are coming out.
Yep.
See, those got pushed because Floorball bumped it. Mini golf had to come out now, and the crits ball was a huge edit, and the editors, Rob was doing 1 inning league, or Prizeman was doing 1 inning league. Rob was doing floorball, which no one was doing this, so that comes out next, but. It's awesome. I'm watching it. It's very confusing. The comments are going to be annoying because they'll be like, this is so confusing. How do I keep up? So I got to make like an explainer video, but they're still going to say that. Darren Sammy, famous cricket player, is hilarious on play-by-play with Rose. And like some of the action's really good. But it's the tech is less than floorball, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like the production, like floorball kind of opened our eyes to like, oh shit, when we dress this place up, it really changes.
Right.
And we didn't do that for the cricket one. So that's why you got to stay chronological.
Yeah.
Ooh, breakdown just got approved.
Nice.
Kyle said, do you want me to post? Yeah, if you can. Wow, true behind the scenes. And what did Paxton just slack everyone? An idea she has?
Yep, we're filming today. You can say it if you want.
I just lost it.
Bubblegum blowing contest, a bracket.
Oh, like a tournament?
Yeah.
Oh.
16-person bracket. You're matched up randomly to start. Who can blow... Oh, no. The towel contraption is breaking in the 57th minute.
What
but
the fuck?
Who can blow the biggest bubble moves on. I see you over there.
I mean, I'm maybe practicing.
You're practicing.
Where did she send that?
In office crew Slack?
And it's happening today.
Yeah. You and Jake have to record something else before that.
Jake and I have a lot going on today.
Yeah. I kind of want to shuffle you over to Paxton right away, if possible.
Well, I need practice.
No. Not for that. What I want you to film next with Paxton will be practice. Go and blind taste test a little bit.
One bubble only? Or surfing style, biggest of 3 attempts? You know, surfing style, they don't judge you on just one wave. It's like you get 3 and then you get your best. And someone in Geoguessr said that you guys are wrong. And in distance mode.
It's wrong. They're wrong. I promise you they're wrong.
Okay. Because I don't understand why it wouldn't be that way.
If you watch like the...
Are we debuting our new shirts in Geoguessr today?
Yeah.
They got washed and stuff?
Oh, I don't know that. I just assumed. But like if you watch the good Geoguessr players that are obviously worse than those GeoGod guys.
Yeah, they're not gods.
They, like if they know it's Poland, they click the 3 corners of Poland just to spread it out.
Want to know something I'm struggling with? Want to
Yeah.
know something I'm struggling with? I want to get good at everything, but that we do, but I don't have time. I want to practice blitzball so badly.
Yeah.
Because we're going to do Blitzball Battle 3. You know, say we do it in January.
Mm-hmm.
That's 14 weeks away, which would mean 14 practice sessions if I go once a week, which I'm not going to be able to do.
Yep.
I'll be able once every 2 weeks. Now 7 practice sessions. Like, I got to get good. No time. Bino, I'm sick of losing.
Same. I want to practice, and I can't.
I have no time. I want to buy a board for my house, and when I'm just like sitting there, I just want to like set up a shot where I just like flick nonstop. Geoguessr, I want to learn the languages.
Yeah.
So bad. But I don't have to, like, I think it's always cracks me up because the comments, they're like, you did it, you already did that. And I'm like, oh, I filmed Geoguessr and then I don't think about Geoguessr until we film it again.
Yeah.
And
could you imagine how good we'd
and sometimes it's like 3 weeks in between. Like we'll film 3 and then we don't film another one for 3 weeks.
If we only made Geoguessr content every day,
we'd be so good.
Oh my God. We don't think about it any time in between.
No, because I was just watching yesterday's that came out and someone commented like a timestamp and I clicked it and then it was just playing and I said, what's the country within South Africa? There's 2, but not Lesotho.
Eswatini.
Yes. So I say in the video, okay, Eswatini, Utah. Eswatini, Utah.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
Right.
If I didn't rewatch, I would have, that left my brain. Mm-hmm. Like we go in there, whatever enters the brain doesn't really stay.
No.
But people expect us to like remember everything. That's the funniest thing about content. And I used to listen to podcasts and I would always be so upset with them that like, you guys talked about this like 6 months ago, the full conversation. Like, how do you not remember? Or they'd have a guest on and they'd forget it. And I would get like, how do you guys not remember this? And now that we do them, I'm like, oh my God, when you're outputting you're not inputting. Because I have a phenomenal memory. But when you just sit down and you're just like, we're just outputting opinions and thoughts and conversations, you're not really like, none of it, nothing is getting inputted in. Like, and when you're listening, all you're doing is inputting info.
Yep.
So I would remember so much about the podcast I would listen to.
Right.
And then I would be like, you guys already said this.
Yes.
And I'm sure we do that all the fucking time.
Probably.
Because you just don't remember what you say.
Do you think there's any chance I get close to the world record in flags, naming them as fast as possible? World record is 4 minutes flat. And I think...
Does it have to do with how fast you can talk?
How fast you can type. Which is my concern. I can't type that fast.
So it's not about knowing flags. It's about it's a typing competition.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm sure
everybody that tries knows the flags. It's about how fast can you do it.
So it's just a typing competition.
Yeah.
So you just have to Mavis Beacon your butt off.
Mavis Beacon?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
It's like a class you would take in elementary school to teach you how to type.
Right.
They would put or at least when I did it, they put cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, I had that.
And you would put your fingers underneath the cardboard cutout.
Yeah.
And then you would type along with the sentence.
Yes, I did have that. In my school district, I was the last year to do the keyboarding class with the cardboard over top.
Why'd they stop doing it?
Schools got realigned and the class just got...
Do they not do that anymore?
No.
Really?
So my year, we type like normal. Every year in my school district under me types like this.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there going to be a window of typing? Because our parents type like this, poke and hunt.
Right.
Because it wasn't until probably the 90s when they did typing classes. Or maybe the mid 90s.
Yeah, no.
Sure. And when was your last year?
6th grade, so call it 2009.
So we're looking at maybe a 15-year stretch
where people know how
to type on a computer?
Probably. I mean, that was just my school district, but I imagine it's all school districts.
Let's open up a Google Doc. And then who's someone young out there?
Out there?
You know what? What's the sentence that has every letter in it? My dad knows this because my
lazy dog.
The lazy dog jumped over the sleeping fox.
Yeah. You want me to grab a young person and ask them to type that sentence?
I want to watch them type it. But my grandpa owned a hardware store that sold typewriters, and my dad would test all the ink, so my dad would type that all the time. All right, Matty's grabbing someone. Wow. Typing's died? All right, well, silence. Matty's going to get someone. And I'm responding to a text from Steve.
None of the really young people are here, but we'll just see.
Who's the young? Zoe's young. Oh, Ronnie, how young are you?
I'm 22.
Ronnie's 22. Okay, Ronnie, can you type that sentence? I'm watching Ronnie type.
Exactly.
Yeah, the lazy dog jumped over the sleeping fox.
All right.
Okay, and the cursor wasn't on. It was a fake cursor.
Okay, ready?
Yep, go. Pretty normal typing strategy. Did you take a typing class in school? Keyboarding?
When I was in elementary school.
Okay.
I might have been 6 or 7.
See, I think that's evident. It was a little bit of a mix, but
it was a mix.
There.
Yeah, but it was there. All right. Is Luke here? He's 22.
Sales is in a meeting.
Sales is in a meeting.
That takes out some of the young people.
Do you think Joe's types normal?
No. Joe's can't type normal.
All right. Can you get Jake? Probably doesn't type normal. You ever seen Jake use a phone?
Get Joe's or Jake.
Joe's actually might be live streaming.
Everyone's working? That's awesome.
Yeah. No, that's bad.
Let me see.
No, Canobio's old. Jimmy's looking around the office. I'm telling you, they really. Oh, get Sarah. Sarah's in the live stream lounge, right? How old is she? 22?
Rude to
21?
ask, Matthew.
I'll ask her right away, right when she walks in.
Nah, we have a question for you.
How old are you?
No, that's not it. That's a rude question. We're not allowed to. Can you type this sentence into here? Sure. Okay. Typing. She found a rhythm at the end. So you did keyboarding class in school?
Yeah, but like I didn't really.
Okay.
I didn't pay attention.
I
Yeah.
just take it in like 5th grade.
You had the structure though.
Yeah.
Maddie says that they don't teach it anymore, and like
So
young kids now are going back to poking and hunting.
we need
Like iPad kids maybe, but not.
we need like a
Oh,
Gabe.
iPad kids.
We need
Yeah,
Gabe.
we need Gabe, 17-year-old Gabe.
Or Andrew Allen.
Gabe doesn't know what bingo is.
Yeah, Gabe's. He never played mini golf.
Love Gabe, but yeah.
Yeah,
Doesn't know what
maybe.
bingo is. Never. Thank you very much. Okay. Well,
We'll come back. to
I
this.
don't fully use it, but I'm a pretty fast typer. We would write our Christmas letter, and my dad would marvel. He would always make me type it.
Right.
Like as he would read it out loud, I would type it. And I'm pretty good. I'll make mistakes, but I was correct him at the end. But there's something I do that's different. I don't use. I think it's just your pinky. I think these two fingers, my left hand pinky and ring finger, don't get used at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'll shift up to the Q. I don't know. No, the ring finger does. Whatever.
I remember in keyboarding class, we would get like ranked based on
Speed
words
and
per
shit.
minute.
Yeah, words per minute.
And our teacher would put it on the board. You didn't want to be at the bottom.
No, I meant you're, fingerless. Imagine if there's a fingerless kid in class. He was always at the bottom.
Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah. I have him with some fingers.
I didn't.
You had him no fingers. You had him just wrists.
Pounding, yeah, with the wrists.
All right. That's the morning show, which is an hour content meeting